G'day and welcome back to Ships at Sea. Today, Ham gets excited. How are we doing for the fish finder? Still plenty of fish on there. Look at the swell. Whoa, we just got airborne. And we surf a wave with our boat. Right, now this is what I call surfing a wave. Ah, they come down, they break down on the barrel. Go! Oh no, we're gonna roll it, are we? No, ride it out. We also finally find out how much we're gonna make with our fish. Let's go over here into the fishery, see how much we can get for our fish. All that and more in Seasons 1 finale on Gary's Shipping Adventures. Oh, it's a beauty! Welcome back to Gary's Fishing Adventures. Shipping, fishing, both. Shipping and fishing. Hello, gang. Welcome to what's looking like a glorious morning here in the very far north of the world. Can you come up here, please? I'm having a lot of trouble at the moment. You can see we're halfway through fishing. Whoa, there's a massive swell. So the reason why I brought you in about halfway through this fish is because you can see how much of a swell there is, right? And I'm having a heck of a time trying to straighten the boat up, trying to get these fish in. And even though I just have to put them in a bucket, it's proven to be really difficult because look at the swell. Now it was twice as bad as this, and it was pitch black just before, and we could not see a thing. So there was no point in bringing you guys in. So when we do a couple of more runs of this today, I'm going to make sure that we're doing it in the daytime. So even if it's really swelling in the daytime, it's going to make it a touch easier. That was a big haul just then. Right, just to bring you all up to speed with how much we've got so far, including the half the half load that we brought in. A couple of the lines, by the way, we lost early on. So what happened was the swell, I was actually coming from this direction and the boat was have to sit here, and the swell was actually coming from here, this direction, straight up to that way. So from the bottom of the screen up to the north, the swell was coming, and it was pushing the boat over the top of the lines, over the nets, causing the fish to tangle. And when they were coming and I was unhooking them, they were just shooting up into the sky. They were literally launching themselves to the moon. So I lost half my catch that way. So regardless, in the boat now, we've got we're doing all right. We've got plenty of cod coming in. We've got plenty of mackerel, and I like actually now that they've actually put a little patch in where they've ordered the fish in their actual species. So cod, whereas the cod, big cod, and then the smaller cods and whatever, they'd all be sort of all over the place. And then we got the mackerel, pollock, and the haddock in here. So we've got a fair catch of each. We're gonna be doing a couple of more runs of this today, just to show you what it's like. I had the spotlight on. The spotlight, by the way, absolutely useless, and you can see this. You can see this swell, how far it's pushed me off course of my actual buoys for my nets. It's actually pushed me so far away. It's not funny from where I've been fishing. So just to make you aware, we're going to come up here like this. You can see these swells, these big swells don't help at all in terms of fishing. Right, you can get rid of that off the screen too. You're going to need to punch it forward now. Now when you get these big rolling ones, they do tend to pick the boat up and lift it and shift it to the left or the right, depending on which way the swell's going. But yeah, coming from the other direction just was absolutely no good, because it would, like I said, as I'm hauling it. Oh, there it is. There you can see how much it just drifts you off course as we get closer to it. Yeah, so it just lifts and shifts you so much. We can haul it in from this second line just here, so we'll haul it in from here if we can. Oh. Just sit here for a sec. Yeah, it's already pulled us off course. We were sitting right on top of that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip that, and haul it in now. Look at the sun coming up. This is a beautiful shot, by the way. Right, first one, get a screenshot, why not? Oh, we got a big one on the line. So hard to get when it's get you. Oh no! Don't you lose you, get you. Got to make sure that box is out. I don't know why that box keeps packing up. I don't know if it just keeps, because of the swell, keeps rolling in under the desk. I wouldn't have thought so, but it feels like it is. Okay, so gang, welcome back, by the way. It's good to see everyone. And today we're trying to do this big haul. We're going to do one last big net haul here. Or we're going to do a couple of these up and down today, before we head back in and try and see how far we are off buying the Scarvin. That's kind of where we're at with that. We want to buy that one. That's what we've been aiming for. So hence the reason why we want to do a couple of these runs. I'm going to need to back up because my boys are just there. My nets are just there. Yeah, so we're going to do a couple of these. I'm hoping that by the time we do a couple of more runs here, that we're not going to be, the swell can die down. At least we can get a couple of smooth runs in. It'd be nice. It was 10 times worse than this and pitch black, so it was making it real hard before. Just not worth showing you guys. I can't turn the gamma up or anything, so and the spotlights aren't really effective, so there was no point even having just showing you guys what was going on. So yeah, hence the reason why I'm going to try and look at this. It's going to push. Look how far it was pushing us away already from that buoy. Put that down. Like that. Big swells. Big swells keep on burning. Right, and we've also got to talk season 1 of Ships at Sea here. Ships at Sea, we're coming to sort of the end now. There is the fish farms we could be doing, like I've discussed. However, I've sort of been wrestling with the idea. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we got a slippery one here. I've sort of been wrestling with the idea lately that we might just potentially stop. Oh, there's a nice big one here. Just sort of end season 1 of Ships at Sea, like now in this episode. This might be the last episode of Ships at Sea, season 1. So that means there is a season 2, yes, season 3 potentially. We're just going to have to play it by ear, and we're going to have to just stick with the roadmap a bit. When some decent content comes out for the next patch or whatever next patch they're going to be doing, look how much the ship got turned just then. We will then be coming back to do a season 2, right? So that's the plan. So don't be discouraged if you're enjoying the series. It's going to be back. I'm really enjoying the game. I'm kind of disappointed myself because I love this game. I actually am having a thorough time, but I want to do more content other than just what we've been doing, and it needs to be added in the game. Now, fish farms we could do, I get it, but we might save that for when we get back as well. I'm going to see if I can haul in from at least about here. So in the interim, all that, yes, nice. What a beautiful sunrise. In the interim, we're going to go back to and start season 2 of House Flipper 2. Is there another peg in this? It is. There's the peg there. I can't quite get it. What? What? Come on, that peg's out of whack. Yeah, let the fish come through a little bit further. Come on. Give me the peg, give me the peg, give me the peg. Well, I've tried everything, gang. I've tried absolutely everything. The peg is behind there, and I just cannot get it no matter what I do. And unfortunately for us, there's another fish just there as well. And I don't know, it looks like there's more fish down there that I can see. Unfortunately for us, we lose this catch. Because the game didn't... Because of this, it just didn't come around the corner properly, and the peg, the actual spike is off. It's not even in the fish. Unfortunately, this is the only thing you can do, and you lose the line. The net, I should say, you lose the net. It's a bit disappointing because that's 3 times I've had to do that now, all because of the swell. So maybe some adjustments need to happen there, and this is probably a good reason why season 2 will come a little bit later when there's been a few more updates and a few more tidbits done to just sort of clean up a little bit of stuff like that. And I know net fishing they had to bring back in and they had to resort. It's totally fine. It is what it is sometimes. It's just early access. We've got to expect it. We can be frustrated all we want, which it is because it was a big fish as well. But it's stuff that they'll no doubt work on and we can report to them and so on and so forth. Look like it's coming foggy. Does that mean the swell's going to sort of ease up a little bit, I hope? But yeah, so it is what it is, like I said. I'm just going to pull up on this side of it if I can. And down. Right. See how we go this time. Hopefully this time, if I can put the ship, I can put the boat sort of across it, it might work a little bit better. Across that swell, we might get less. The boat might be a bit more stable when you put it diagonally across the actual swell. You get less of that sideways rock. But unfortunately, yeah, we had to take that L on that let. So that's 3 nets now I've had to take an L on. Just because of the swell. So that's disappointing. And that, you know, if anything, it kind of simulates real life, I guess. You can't just have a perfect run every time. And the swell, if you've ever been at sea and you've been on a ship, and I know I have, in conditions that have been crazy. Huge, I'm talking big swells. Swells that are as big as the ship, or bigger. You know, they tower over the ship. When you see that, you can understand why. And that was a disappointing last net too, I'll be honest. Okay, right, what do we end up with for that run? It wasn't brilliant, I'll be honest. Stop doing that. Right, we got 1.4, 5.1, 19 there now, so that's actually looking pretty good. If we can walk away, look, I want to walk away with at least 30 plus. 30 plus on some of these. 10, we got 9, 7, 2.6. They're not brilliant, but if one of these, if the COD could walk away with about 30 plus, because we are coming out of COD season 2, remember? And I don't mean COD, Modern Warfare, or Black Ops. But yeah, so what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to swing around here. I'm going to line myself back up with my line, with this line here. Actually, I'll swing back around the top this way, and I'll use the autopilot to follow that marker, because it actually was pretty good on the fish finder for fish. Whoa, look at the, actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just reset the line. Let's just sort of go, I want to just follow this mark. I want to follow parallel to this, but I want to see how long this goes for, because if this is a thing, there's a lot of fish here, friendo. Right, so I've got the autopilot on. I've reduced us to about 10 knots. Fish finder's looking juicy. And it's going to hold steady here. So we're going to go out the back now and get ready. I'm going to just shove that under there. We're going to get ready to ditch these out now. And this is going to be brilliant. Oh, we're off. We're off course already. What are you doing? You absolute pest of an autopilot. I know what it's doing. It's because I put the line the other way. Okay. Oh dear, autopilot. Because I put the line this way, if I actually switch these, move this one to be here, and move that route to be there. I'll move this a little bit more. Okay, autopilot off. Let's just go to 0. Sort this out again. So I'm going to go from about here to about, yeah. Kind of want you a little bit more, like about, give me like about that much. That should be enough. Okay. Crikeys. We'll swing back around. Yeah, so if you don't, you got to make sure whatever direction you put your autopilot on, just be aware that that's the direction that the autopilot will follow. If you try and go reverse on the line, so if I put the line if I started the line here and then draw it out here, and I'm down here and I want to follow the autopilot, that's not going to work. It will only follow from this direction, just FYI. If I can actually hit autopilot again now. And now we can come around. Coming around here. Also, Ham, you didn't sleep. I didn't actually. I completely didn't sleep. Alright, I've just come to a bit of a stop here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch this off. I'm actually going to switch these lights off too. Not that one. That light. That's better. It's really foggy out here. And we're going to wait. Can we wait, please? Oh, what do we think? Yeah, you know what? Let's wait about 10. Alright, it's now in the afternoon. Oh, it's even worse choppy conditions. Can we get a break from the choppy conditions, please? Alright, we got plenty of fish out here, so that's fine. Switch this on. Now, the best thing is, we've got our... I'm gonna have to back up here, because the swell has just taken over once again. And what I need to do... Whoa! This is actually just been non-stop. This is very familiar. This is kind of what the sea is like around Australia. A lot when you're out sailing. Like our oceans can be massive like this all the time when we're out there. Only around the top end of Australia do you get some nice sort of clear flat water. Generally down the east coast, west coast, and down the bottom of Australia is just non-stop like this. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to switch onto autopilot now, because the autopilot's going to be brilliant in getting us nice and steady as she goes. We're going to be going at about 10 knots to drop these out. Thereabouts there. And I'm going to just jump off here now. Yep, I can see what's going on. I'm gonna, yeah, we'll drop out of this bay first. Once we hit the line here, you can see the autopilot's even struggling to keep this thing straight. I apologize if this is going to make people feel a bit queasy as well. However, I can't help it. It's just the seas are up that day, my friend. Alright, I'm going to just drop the lines here. They're going to be all over the place. Look at the ship can barely even keep it a straight line. Alright, the first nets are gone. I'm just going to keep an eye on this. Second net's away. Holy moly. This is crazy, man. Alright, next nets will wait. Off they go. Look at that, they're flying out the back. Right, next ones, please. When you're ready. Steady. Go. Look how crooked these nets are all being dropped out, because you can look at the autopilot, can barely even keep straight. We definitely got the autopilot on, haven't we? Autopilot is on, and that's how much it's struggling. No friggin' way. Alright, move that gantry, because you don't want to headbutt it to do this. We're just gonna keep going. Whatever happens, happens. It is what it is. Can't help it. I mean, it's no worse than having a greenhorn on the helm, right? Their first time on the helm, and you're just absolutely yelling them, "Keep it straight, you bastard!" Alright, next. Almost done here. And then we'll wait our 18 to 20 hours. We'll probably go like nice happy medium, 19 and a half-ish sort of hours we'll wait. And I'm really, really hoping that it's... I don't even care if it's rainy. As long as it's calmer weather, I don't care. Right, so that net's run out. That's totally fine. That bucket can stay out, by the way. It's fine. Right, turn the autopilot off. How are we doing for the fish finder? Still plenty of fish on there. Look at the swell. Whoa, we just got airborne. Oh, holy snapping duckfish. The seas were angry that day, my friend. Whoa, yeah. This is the biggest I've seen this in ships at sea so far. That is crazy, man. Look at that thing. Let's hit it front on. You don't want to hit it side on. Oh! Hey, the boat was out of the friggin' water. All right. Holy moly. I'll be honest, if you're in this tub facing swells like that and this boat was getting airborne, yeah, hang on to more than just your undies, friendos. You're probably going overboard, or the ship's going roly-poly, and you're going to be after a rescue. That's for sure. With swells like, if the swells are hitting you like that and your boat's getting airborne from it, yeah, good night, Irene. We're still getting it. I can't stop looking at it. It's absolutely fascinating watching this tub just get lifted and shifted. I kind of want to get a screenshot of this. Right, now this is what I call surfing a wave. Ah, they come down, they break down on the barrel. Go! Oh no, we're gonna roll it, are we? No, ride it out. That's called ship surfing. Ships at surfing. All right, I'm just gonna pull up over here, even though it's not ideal conditions to be staying out here in this tub. This is literally a Coke can in this kind of conditions. I would feel on this boat in these conditions, and I've been in conditions similar, I would feel extremely unsafe on this thing. Yeah, just FYI. Right, it's kind of turn us here a bit. I'm hoping that in about 19 hours time, conditions are going to be a little bit more favorable for us. All right, I'm going to pull back this way. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just pull back a little bit further again. We would be taking on so much water. The bilge pumps would be working overtime. Oh man, everything would be soaking wet. You wouldn't have that door open. That'd be shut for sure. Okay. I'm just going to make sure our radio's in good nick because we're going to need that soon, I think. I feel like we're going to go overboard. Okay. Let's do some resting. What are we looking at? 18.5. Try about 19.7. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Conditions are what? Rainy, yet a little calmer. Still a bit of a swell, but not as bad as it was. Look at the ship. It is filth, oh baggins. This ship is absolutely disgusting. Right. The sea was an angry day, my friend. Holy, what happened? Did the toilet explode while we were having a rest? Now, you're gonna find this funny, but I have actually seen the heads on a ship, on the Navy ship, explode, and the exhaust stacks for the heads are on the upper decks. So when you get so what happens is in cleaning stations, you're not supposed to put certain products down the heads when you're cleaning because it causes a chemical reaction with the stuff that breaks down all the horribleness. And people put the wrong chemicals down even though they're told not to. And what happens is, kaboom. Oh yes, your boat gets covered in absolute stool. And it is disgusting, and it happens, and you don't clean it off. The poor stokers end up going out there having to clean it all down, and it's not on. All right, it's pretty crazy rainy. I don't know if it's rain. It looks like rain and snow all mixed in one. But at least we're facing conditions a little bit better. Whoa, hang on. Don't just launch off. Yeah, we're facing conditions a little bit better. Shame we couldn't lay these boys out a bit straighter, these nets out a bit straighter, but it is what it is. Right, crank it. Okay, that should be right there. Let's get ready to haul in. This deck is filthy, mind you. Right, let's go. First lot of fish. See how we go today. That's what I call a good start. That's a nice looking little fish there. Not a little, but it's a nice looking fish. Get that in. what I'll do, once again, we'll probably do a couple of these together now. I'll do the bulk through the middle, and then I'll bring you back when we're oh, come on, get in there. When we're doing the last couple together. And then I'll see, we might actually just, we might just rinse and repeat and go again for one more. I would like to get a decent haul in today, seeing as it is end of season 1. We're being turned around again out here. Come on, can we just get some good conditions where we're not getting just like the swell or the tide and the rip, not the tide, the rip is just not pulling us around the ocean here. Boy oh boy, this thing is filthy. We are second last net here in this line. Takes a while. Takes a while when you have to keep, I have to keep reversing up and correcting the course that we're on. That one out, that one's out. And, oh, not one of these again, please no. Oh, seriously? 3, 2, 1, go. Well, that was a bit disappointing. That last net just there, you might have seen just as we finished the time lapse there. Another one of those fish that just doesn't quite come around the corner. And I have to, it was like literally the second fish and a big one and another big one. And we had to scrap the whole line because the fish, I can't unpeg it. So I really hope they find a fix for that, because that is quite frustrating that that happens. Oh man, the weather's making this so hard right now. The heck was that? That did not sound healthy. That was a big crash. Yeah, so second last line here. Anyway, and hopefully we can get a good decent haul in here. Now what I'm going to do after we do this, I'm actually going to do a reset and go again. So we'll make sure we check what we've got. I'm not going to film this next one though, because I might bring you in right at the end of it. This is the fish that keeps coming in and I can't. Yeah, this was the fish last run. Its tail was around the edge and I couldn't quite couldn't get it unhooked, and that was annoying. And it means I can't finish the line, which is kind of annoying. It'd be good if there was an option to just scrap the fish so you could keep the line coming, or just keep rolling the net. Actually, that wasn't that great. Oh, that seemed a bit disappointing. But yeah, so what we'll do is we'll get this last line. You can see we just keep getting turned around too, which is highly frustrating. It slows down the whole rhythm that you get into of trying to get these fish sorted. But what I'll do, I'm actually I'm gonna swing around here. And what is it, 1509? Yeah, by the time I get these next lines out and then sleep, it'll be ready to go again. Right, hang on a sec. Come on, Chook. Come on, Chook. Oh no, I knew you would do that. If I just sit here, it'll probably push me over the top. No. Always the way. Always the way. Okay, here we go. What do we got this time? Oh, we've got the little pillies. The little fellas. In you get, little fella. We'll have you too. Another little one. Come on, give me a big one. Don't you get... The big ones don't get hooked, please, though. So this seems like a small version of the big one. No more big ones. I have a feeling it might be all she wrote for this net. Yep. And that is that. But that set of lines in these conditions were absolutely atrocious. Look at the state of this boat too. Right, inventory, here we go. 28 tons of cod. That's what I like to see. Oh, maybe just one more haul. What do we think? Well, I don't know. We've got about 11, 15, so 25, 26, almost about another 28 there of haddock. 13 and 11, that's 26 and 3.7. I mean, we got a lot of fish on board. Do I really need to do another one? Go on then. All right, so what I'm going to do... what I'm going to do is, because that's where we set our line up there, I'm going to do this back up to that way. Right. I'm actually going to come here and I'm going to swivel the boat around just about. Ooh. I mean, it's pretty good where it is, like on that. I'm going to swivel this around here and get you to follow this boy now. 3:30 in the afternoon. That's enough time to drop lines, sleep, and still get the daylight the next day ready for catching for me. But what I'll do, I'm not going to... Look, we've done enough. We did some catching at the start. Holy launching, Batman. We did some catching just then. Also... No, I've completely turned myself there. Alright, and then I'm just going to do the catching now. You need to... swing around. Go about 10 knots if we can. 11. Yeah, we'll go about that. Thanks. Yeah, that's fine. 11.5. That sounds good to me. Right, let's drop these in. Go. It's running right up the middle of these. So yeah, I'll probably just pull these ones back in myself. I don't need to show you. If anything, if it's really good conditions, I can bring you right in at the end and show you how it goes. Look at that wave we're catching there. That looks sick. And either way, we're going to be back in to shore after this catch to see how much we've made. It's going to be exciting to see how much we make. Look at all the water on the deck. This boat's in desperate need of a service and an overhaul, no doubt. After this big fishing trip too. This has been a big fishing trip. Hello, gang, and well, here we are. Welcome to what would honestly be the greatest and scariest, oh my god, thrill ride in the world. Oh my gosh, we're almost back at port, and this is what we're facing. Now here's the go. It normally takes me in real time. Last time I did the voyage in and out, you remember last time I came in and out to switch the nets from the lines to the nets. It took me 40 minutes in total to come in and out in real time. It's now taking 2 hours to get back from out, where are we? From out here down around to here. 2 hours real time because the swell just will not die down. And get this, I stopped and I waited another 2 days and it went bigger. It got bigger. And the trouble is, because the swell's like this, you'll go 13 knots momentarily and then all of a sudden you're airborne. So it just stops all momentum and then the boat's got to take off again. So it's just absolute chaos the whole way. So as you can see here, I've actually got the ship on autopilot, and it is struggling. It is actually struggling. We've only got this short distance to go. I'm terrified to think what the weathers are going to be like when we get in there. But in the meantime, while we bob around the ocean like someone backed out a big stool, and it's just bobbing around the ocean. Let me just bring up the inventory here and I'll show you how much fish we ended up with. Now, here's what happened. It was so rough that I had to cut loose 3 nets and we lost fish on another half a net because they either just went, like the fish went through the table, they went and they were still in the net, or something like that happened, or I couldn't actually get to untangle them and I just had to cut the net loose. And so I lost 3 nets. Take that into consideration. We now have 2.6 there, 9.7 there, taking that to almost about, what, you're going to say about 12, and then 36.4 tons of cod there. So all up, we got almost around 49 tons of cod. That's a lot. We've got 2.4 and 8.1 of mackerel there, taking our total over 10 ton of mackerel. 4.7, 13.9, and 17.2 ton of pollock, which is actually pretty good, and 4.3, 13.9, and 19.1 ton of haddock there. So we actually came in with still a very good haul, albeit the conditions kind of put a dampener, pardon the pun, on the situation because it was so rough. I reckon we lost, I think all up, given the 3 runs that we did, I think I would have lost about 7 nets worth of fish, considering the weather. So that's just how rough it was. And no matter what I did, because I slept and waited for a couple of days in between, it still didn't matter. I slept and waited to come home, it still didn't matter. It has just been torrentially rough conditions the whole time, to the point where I feel like the boat was going to flip over at any moment. I'll be honest, you would not want to be in this boat. You'll be looking at the port there going, please get me home, please don't hit a rock. Please get me home, please don't hit me rock. Right, we're just coming into port here. I have to be so careful because the swell is actually pushing me towards the rocks. I actually am fighting to stay off these rocks here just to come into the harbor. Holy moly, that was touch and go. This is terrifying. At some point, we have to get into the break here, and because behind the break wall, it's surely going to help just knock the swell down a bit once we get into the break. But I hope it does anyway. That's what they're there for. It's what these man-made rock walls and stuff are for when you get up closer to them. They're to give this kind of protection from out in these rough waters. But oh my, we're gonna have to steer that way, Ham, because it just keeps pushing us towards the rocks. You can see the swell, you can see the waves. They're gigantic waves. The swells are bigger than this boat, which, yeah, you don't want to be in that. You do not want to be in that out at sea. All right, this is going to be a battle in. Let's see how we go getting in. Luckily, we just got an auto save then, because I'm going to need all the auto saves I can get right now. Whoa! I tell you what, if I had a wife and kids in this game, I reckon they would be on the docks and they would have half eaten their fingers by now in nervousness of me trying to make it in, because I know this is just a video game, but I've been less nervous in rougher conditions in the real world coming into ports than I am in this game right now. This is some scary stuff. If they actually face this up there in real life, this is absolutely 100% insane. I don't care what you say, this is insane conditions to be driving a boat of this size in. Wow, it would have capsized 20 times already. Oh man. Oh, we've made it though, which is actually relieving, because in the sound here it's actually quite calm now. And I gotta be honest, for the first time in 2 hours, it's kind of like my forehead I was feeling so stressed about that drive just then. Oh, you can see the condition of the boat too. Look at the condition of this thing, chugging in. It's in desperate need of a cleanup. But it's nice to kind of chug into port here. And we're going to be able to sell all of our fish, gang. So get yourselves ready, strap yourselves in. Let's see how much we're going to make. I hope we can make enough to pay for our new boat. Because what an episode to finish out season 1, I'll be honest. The conditions have thrown absolutely everything at us in this episode, and I'll be honest, what a fitting way to finish out season 1 of Ships at Sea. Then in conditions as rough as that, in the Coke can itself, fishful thinking that just bobbed around and got absolutely belted in those conditions. All right, pull it up nice and gentle. In we go. Just let the swell carry us, and oh, well done, fishful thinking. I'm going to turn the running lights off. We don't need those on. The fish finder can go off. Right, I would turn that off. I don't think I can though, so I'm not going to bother. Holy moly! Now the whole process of unpacking this, I need to get on and kiss ground. Oh, if you've ever felt like you've had your they call them land legs. Now would be when you get them after being at sea for so long in those conditions, you would get what they call land legs, right? Let's go over here into the fishery. See how much we can get for our fish. So, I don't know what that is. Pollock. Count. All right. I don't know. This doesn't seem like that much. 1.8 for all of that. Okay. Sell all. Sell all. Sell all. Okay, wow. They really must have knocked down the price of fish. I've got to be honest. That's not going to be anywhere near enough. So I reckon they've done an adjustment that I've sort of missed in the last few episodes, but disappointing, but I'll still take 3.5 million. If that was previous times, we need to get in here and see if we can start gurning down this boat, by the way. And we're a fair way off. We're a fair chunk off getting the next ship as well. We've got, though, I reckon, like I said, about 7 net. Oh, look at the state of that. 7 nets worth that I had to cut loose also. Look, had we been playing on the last patches and stuff, we would have easily made that. Absolutely easy. With all that fish just then, we would have absolutely easily made all of that. However, look, we've got including the dinghy up here, the Romeo. That wasn't what it was called though. Including all of that, we've got every ship except for this one, so I'm not too disappointed in that. Season 1 in the book. Season 2 will come out when we get a bit more, when we get a little bit more on the pelt, and hopefully, oh, look at that gunk coming off that. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, it was in dire needs of it. It was filthy out there. But that's it for season 1, gang. I hope you enjoyed season 1. Like I said, House Flipper 2 season 2 is going to be continuing on straight after this, and looking forward to getting into that and flipping some homes and buying another house. Now there's farm properties, there's woodlands properties that we can buy. I think there's mega rich properties that we can get to. Wash all this down, by the way. Yeah, I'll be honest, little disappointed. We can get all of that. Oh, we're looking at that. That's looking nice and shiny now. Wash all that down. How are we looking now? Oh, that's looking mighty. Oh, the fishful thinking. Ready to go for season 1. Because I'll tell you what, we're going to have to be back on this bad boy. And we're going to have to be working our guts out. Our fish guts out. I've been VanHam. Thanks for joining me today. Please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing. It does help us out. And if you did enjoy this series, make sure you stick around because season 2 is going to be back. And yeah, stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen for plenty more. Also, I'd love to hear your names for ships for season 2. So drop them in the comment section down below. And we'll add them to the list ready to go for season 2. I've been VanHam. Thanks for joining me, gang. Stay safe. Stay glued to your screen. Get out of here.